when you think about this area, its folklore and its past, you really need to look at the history of what used to be here, Dunwich. 2 centuries ago, when people used to talk about witch blood and Satan worship and strange forest presences, and things like that were laughed at. People would always give excuses to avoid this area. And people still do. Not people from out of town, because they don't really know anything. But a lot of locals, they do. They make their excuses. See, the area's got this long kind of history of inbreeding, and
I told you. I told you once. I told you once.
I
guess you could sniff out your own.
Degeneracy. And before Dunwich was covered up by the reservoir, by the pond, things had gotten pretty bad locally. Average intelligence kind of wasn't, and family histories were kind of catalogs of violence and just bad things, bad things. From the founding of Dunwich, from like the 1700s up until the 1920s, there was a lot of strange goings on. There were weird lights up on Sentinel Hill, and there was a lot of rumors of witchcraft and cattle mutilations and disappearances and stuff like that. Now, it all kind of died down around 1928, and it was pretty quiet afterwards for a while. The area got cleared out for the reservoir, and most of the Dunwich locals left. But not everybody did. The real kind of country folk, they sort of retreated back into the hills, and they don't really have contact with people even today. There's people out there, but they don't really come into town. Maybe every once in a while, but that's about it. But back in the 70s, a documentary crew came through. They wanted to do a film on Sentinel Hill and the real reasons that Dunwich was flooded. And apparently locals were really embracing of them, and they ran the director, David Howlett. They ran him and his entire crew out of town, and as far as I know, it was never finished. But shortly after they left, people started seeing lights up on Sentinel Hill again, and then that all it died down a few weeks later, and things got kind of back to normal for a while. And people said it was like local kids having bonfires up on the hill, the hilltop. But there's been a lot of local stories recently about the Sentinel Hill Screamer, and they seem to tie into some older stories. There's a continuity of sorts. A continuity of sorts. In 1995, there was a rash of disappearances out on the reservoir. People would go out and they wouldn't be seen again. Every once in a while, like a foot washes ashore. Sort of like that lake in Canada where they keep finding feet. We have that here too. Periodically, they just kind of find feet. it's really weird. Why would you just find a foot? But you know, so they find feet. And there's the localized earth tremors. You know, the area's kind of known for it. Universities have come out and try and figure out what it is, but there's not a there's not a
correlation.
Not a fault line. There's not a fault line. So they don't really know why. You know, they happen. And the other weird thing, you know, really weird locally. Since I got here and I've been, you know, sort of reading the stuff here, there's a lot of weird folklore about birds, whippoorwills. Out here, you know, they used to believe that whippoorwills collected and feasted on the souls of the dead, and that if you hear a huge flock of them, it's because you know, someone's going to die, and you know, they're waiting for them. They're waiting to take that soul. As a matter of fact, it was you know, just last year a big tornado came through, and there had been a big flock of whippoorwills, and everyone heard them, and then a tornado struck, and it flattened the local cabin, and you know, the cabin was flat like a pancake, but you know, they never found the Bishop family that lived in that cabin. They was just you know, gone. Anyhow, that's you know, that's kind of what I know.